Being a Manchester United fan lately has been like living in a never-ending winter, chasing vibes from the good old days. But today, Ruben Amorim and the squad showed up and played like they were soaking up summer sunshine. With Bruno Fernandes back from suspension and having his midfield core of Kobbie, Mainoo and Ugarte available, Amorim's goal was to first render Liverpool's attacks useless and then target Liverpool's back line, which he executed with near perfection, considering this was an away game at the mighty Anfield. Let's cover both teams' lineups before we explore how Man United turned the tables and stopped Arne Slot's unstoppable Liverpool in their tracks. Out went Casemiro, Eriksen, and Xerxes, and in came Ugarte, Mainoo, and Bruno Fernandes. Arne Slot, meanwhile, stuck mostly to his previous lineup of the West Ham 5-0 demolition game, with the exception of Konate stepping in for Joe Gomez in defense. After Newcastle United secured their fourth straight clean sheet victory, defeating Man United 2-0 at Old Trafford, Ruben Amorim was delighted to have his core squad finally back intact. He was ready to prove to United fans it mattered, before the pressure cooker started bubbling. Manchester United aimed to exploit Liverpool's high defensive line by targeting the left flank, Bruno Fernandes' side, with runs in behind. But it wasn't a one-way street. Liverpool struck back effectively. Liverpool's setup featured Trent Alexander-Arnold moving up and infield, creating a pocket for Van Dijk to find him. Once Arnold received the ball, Liverpool bypassed United's press, allowing Arnold to pick out Salah in a 1v1 matchup against Diallo on the wing. Gravenberch excels at receiving the ball on the half-turn, letting it run across his body while shielding it, leaving his marker trailing. Mainoo marking Gravenberch proved problematic. Curtis Jones would drag Manuel out of position, while Salah and Alexander-Arnold drew defenders' attention to the right. This created a gap between United's defensive and midfield lines for Gravenberch to exploit. He would drift into this space, receive the ball, and either combine with Salah on the right or find options in the box or on the left. Liverpool showcased multiple ways to play through and around Manchester United. A small mistake in Manchester United's pressing system gave Liverpool chances to attack. Here, Amad Diallo failed to properly curve his run to press Alisson and screen Robertson, leaving the passing lane open. Even with a well-curved run, the three-man press had its limitations, as Alisson could still bypass it. Robertson's pass found Luis Diaz, who dropped to receive with De Ligt late on the jump. Meanwhile, McAllister halted his run, and Ugarte, fixated on the ball, lost track of McAllister's movement. Curtis Jones found himself free between the lines, with neither Bruno Fernandes tracking back nor a centre-back stepping up. Ugarte's deeper positioning left Curtis Jones unmarked in the midfield, while Alexander-Arnold had space on the right. Liverpool easily exploited these gaps with simple patterns, exposing United's misjudgment. Man United had started the game only 6 points above the bottom three in the Premier League. United had come into the game with Amorim saying that they were afraid and on a run that was breaking new records for defeats and mediocrity. But United grew into the match. For the first time in a while, they played like a side their supporters could be proud of. There have been times in the past couple of months where it has seemed Amorim was struggling to reach his players. This was the first sign that they have begun to listen to him. They were the better team here. If anyone deserved to win, it was them. This was United's day, perhaps as they had lost 5 of their last 6 games in the league and are 23 points behind Liverpool, having played 1 game more and have not won at Anfield since January 2016, when Wayne Rooney scored the only goal of the game. They had not even scored here since 2018. Despite the game being box to box and Liverpool creating chances, United did not wilt. 4 minutes before the break, United should have opened the scoring. Rasmus Højlund sprung Liverpool's offside trap with a clever run and bore down keeper, but Alisson stood up to him and blocked his shot with his chest. Højlund stared disconsolately at the turf. He knew he had missed a golden chance. At the end of the first half, the stats looked like this. Pretty even. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Liverpool fans are in a bit of a situation right now. With Real Madrid lurking and the guy catching some flack for his recent form, things hit a boiling point when he coughed up the ball right outside Liverpool's box. Bruno Fernandes, he was United's main guy of the night. He pounced on that like a dog on a dropped steak. Skipped past Trent like it was nothing, dropped a filthy reverse pass to Lisandro Martinez, and boom, Martinez smashed it top bins. Unreal finish. The away section went absolutely feral. United fans, starving for a moment like this, celebrated like they'd won the lottery. Diallo, dude was so hyped, he got himself booked just for vibing too hard. But then the roller coaster. Liverpool made a comeback. United's lead only lasted for 7 minutes. Gakpo got the ball on the left and allowed De Ligt to sell himself with a rash sliding challenge. Midway through the half, the ball was flicked on the United box and hit the raised hand of De Ligt. Referee Michael Oliver went to VAR and awarded the penalty. Salah took it. He ignored prolonged attempts to put him off from Onana and Martinez and buried the ball low to the goalkeeper's left in front of the cop. Onana guessed correctly, but he had no chance of keeping it out. It was Salah's 21st goal of another outstanding individual season, and he milked the adulation of the home fans. But United wasn't about to roll over and die. Sorry to disappoint the haters. They went right back at Liverpool's right side, like it immediately made noise, cutting it back perfectly. Low drive, back of the net, Alisson beaten, cold.
Well, Ruben, not a win, and maybe not perfect. But was that we need to be really disappointed?
Obviously, I think it's a really good result. We could have we need to put some pride out because it ain't enough for us.
Well, Arne might have won it, could have lost it as well. What's your take on all that we've seen?
Yeah, especially because they got a big chance just before the end. We also feel a bit relieved, but that might not be the story of the game, in my opinion. I think over the whole course of the game, we created much more chances than them. But being 1-0 down, then 2-1 up, and conceding such a big chance just before the end, also feels that maybe a point is something to take. But I think if I look it back tomorrow, I think I would have hoped for more.